Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Gary's Mod. And today we're continuing our trend of exploring all of your most requested spooky maps by looking at Krot, a map which, from what I understand, is a large, mostly underground place based off of a Soviet bunker. And as you can see, we have the red star on the gate. It's kind of like stalker-ish imagery. I'm talking about the game, not the movie, although the imagery of the movie Stalker is definitely something that has influenced me a lot in terms of what I find visually appealing. Look at that, it's on the gate, but it's all rusted. There's something that's always been very interesting to me in seeing the faded imagery of something that used to be so large and grand, but now it's just more rubble and rusted metal for me to walk through. So I guess we'll get going by taking a look at these barracks. I would imagine there's not going to be a whole lot to see up here. From what I understand, the real meat and potatoes of this map is going to be the underground sections. I believe this is also the first time we've been blessed with having rain as part of our atmosphere on one of these explores, which is really interesting. I've kind of said before, and I'm really feeling it right now, I've said before that when it's raining, especially the heavier it's raining, VR is so immersive, especially with its directional sound, that I really start to feel like I need to get out of the rain, like I feel the chill and need to get indoors. This is a really nice model in front of me. I honestly do feel like I could reach out and touch it. There's just something about the way the textures are done in the model. There's a lot of 3D ridges and rivets in it. Now, it seems like I could go down there, or I can come up here. I'll explore this little outbuilding first, just for the sake of completeness. I really like how as I step inside, the sound of the rain dims. So that really helps add to the immersion and, it adds to the authenticity of I have stepped inside. I actually do feel a little bit more comfortable in here, even though obviously in both circumstances, all I'm doing is sitting in my room. It also really enhances things in VR, being able to see the dirt on the window. With a headset on, I can actually see the depth to that, and it makes it... See, in VR, it's all the little things that add to the immersion. It's all the smallest details that may be present in pancake mode, but that you wouldn't really think about in your day-to-day gaming experience. One thing that I'm not a tremendous fan of in most of these cases is when the lights are still on. I like my abandonments to be dark. I have explored a couple of abandoned places that still had the power on, but a place like this, I wouldn't think it would be. Now I can go left, or I can go right. Now, okay, so I imagine there's going to be a lot of Cyrillic characters. I did try, at one point when I was in high school, to learn Russian, but I never really got very far. I did learn the Russian alphabet, the Cyrillic alphabet, but surprisingly that was the easy part. So that would say, like, Yarus 1, but I can read it, but unfortunately I don't know what the word means, so that's not really very useful for me. That is a straight-up BMP. Okay, never mind. This place definitely would not be totally abandoned. So maybe it is kind of reasonable that the power is still on. But then again, the Soviets did abandon a lot of stuff that fell into some hands that it maybe shouldn't have. There's a door right here. I hope I'm not going to have to go look for, like, key cards and stuff. And we begin our descent. I hope that was supposed to happen. Now, I'm pretty sure, and again, as usual, I have not read any descriptions, but I don't think anything is going to try to scare me. I think this is just an ambient map. We have a bit of an airlock feature here. I guess we're letting vehicles through. Oh no, We're not even heading underground yet. We're coming right out on the other side. Okay, is this where we're going to start to go down? There's an elevator over there. And this is... Oh, wow, this is like some kind of briefing room. The world's smallest mess hall to the side. And here we have something that hasn't really been super utilized on these maps I've explored. The Source Engine does support actual mirrors, but surprisingly, they haven't really been used too much. Oh well. I'm glad this one does. Starting to see all of these barracks, and I'm kind of curious to know just how deep is this going to go. I obviously want to take a look around first before I take any elevators down, but this is a job for a flashlight. I'm starting to get my answer, maybe quite deep. Okay, let's just take a look in these little side rooms. It looks to be just a few offices. You know, as an exploration map, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate taking the time to put in all the little rooms that aren't necessarily too important or eye-catching. It not only adds to the scale of the place, but also makes it seem more realistic for exploring purposes. In real-life exploring, most of what you see is just empty rooms. Hello, random pallet of bricks. I would imagine this is where the elevator comes to. Then again, No, I'm too far away from the other elevator for that, so where does this go to? Somebody did let me know in the Discord just a few minutes ago that it's not always super clear which elevators work and which ones don't, so that I'll have to try them all. I'm getting Rat's Nest flashbacks from Halo 3. Alright, let's see what's up here. Do you hear that? It sounds like an engine running or a generator. Yeah, this is running. So that explains the power situation, but who's running it? There's no one here. Can't open that. See, that's something that's always unnerving to me, is exploring a large space that has evidence that someone is using it, but no people to see themselves. Now, I would imagine that this probably comes out to that other place we saw. Never mind, this is something entirely new. It's all overgrown, and I'm not liking how I can't see what's in front of me. Yeah, hold on, ladies and gents. Maybe this map is going to try to spook me after all. Okay, so there's a cave in here. And just more ways to go over here. There's so much. Now this is reminding me of the movie Stalker. I'm getting serious meat grinder vibes from this. Now this looks like an elevator that should work. But where is it taking me? I've completely lost all sense of direction. Okay, so this is where I could walk down on the other side. Okay, sense of direction at least somewhat restored. Let's get back in there and try that elevator. See, what was this meant to be? This is like the kind of thing you'd see when you open a door in a dream. All right. Going, I assume, down. No? There we go. I really like how this elevator is properly scaled. I actually feel like I'm standing in something that isn't designed for a video game. It feels like... Well, actually, it's kind of small for an elevator, but I suppose elevators on military bases will be a bit small. I could have sworn I just saw a shadow on that door. And of course, you guys have the benefit of watching rewindable videos, so you'll be able to tell me for sure if there was something there or not. Maybe it's just the way the rust on the door was showing up. See, what is this? I feel like I'm dancing around a lot of things that I should have run into if my sense of spatial awareness was correct, but that just tells me that my sense of awareness isn't correct, and that maybe I'm down a lot deeper than I thought I was. Okay, now I'm starting to get a little spooked. I had gotten a little bit comfortable, but that's gone now. No, wait. That's a bloodstain. That's a bloodstain. This map is not immune to trying to spook me. Can I open this? Alright, hang on, wait. Let's head back and try to get a sense of direction out of this. Now, this door... Can you open? No. It seems like most doors that are going to be openable are already open. But let's start high and work our way low. See, this is something that disturbs me. Just rows of seats in a hallway. It makes me feel like there's invisible people waiting for something. Can I open you? No? That sounded like a combination of grinding metal and an actual roar. Something I imagine that's supposed to be a metal sound, like metal creaking under its age, but there was something that sounded almost vocal about it. Okay, what's up here? Just continue with the trend. Go up, not down, until you have nowhere left to go but down. Oh, this place is huge. And there's more very ominous sounds drifting down the tunnels. I hate that. I hate large objects just slowly coming out of the darkness as they appear on the edge of my flashlight's range. It just goes up and up and up. There's so much to this. More BMPs. Wow, where does all this end up? I must have gone very, very far down in that elevator, much farther than I thought. Is there anything in here? Doesn't seem so. Now, if you've ever played any of the Stalker games, you know why these ambient sounds are so disturbing to me. It's because, as we all know, when Soviet bunkers are abandoned, something tends to want to make it its home. And I can't help but notice it seems to have been getting louder. Maybe that's just me. Krot 3? Yep, there's the name drop. But this looks like one of those doors I can open. Oh, this is refreshingly well lit, but if anything, that just makes me more nervous. It makes me feel like it's trying to lull me into a false sense of security. That. Okay. Good job, map. Good job. Good job. See, that's the power of mirrors. Mirrors are one of the scariest things in the world, and I can't believe so few horror maps are actually taking advantage of them. Oh, there's so much to see. I don't know how I'm going to get to it all. At this rate, I probably won't get to it all. I don't know how I'm going to know when to call it. Do you hear that? I don't know if that's supposed to be the hum of the lights. I can't make out anything specific, but it almost sounds like music. No, I think that's definitely music. It's coming from behind this wall. What? What just happened? What just happened? I think I might have gotten crushed in the door. Or maybe there was something going on in that room that I shouldn't have exposed myself to. Okay, time to head back and take the elevator down again. I think that might just mark the very first time I've actually died while exploring one of these maps. Aruzhenia Kamnata. I guess that means storage. Yeah, it took me a long time to get back here. I have to imagine once again that this elevator doesn't actually work, but I believe around the corner here is where I died. Yeah. I can't imagine this is somewhere I actually want to be. This place is so big and winding and confusing, but, you know, even though it makes it difficult to cover, I kind of appreciate that because it really adds to the feeling that this is a place that was in use, that isn't just a map to be explored, but you can actually picture it being used by a government to perform some kind of function. Now if we come through here, yes, this is the reception area that I saw before. Now, will this open? No, this elevator does not work. But I bet this door will open. Well, that's quite ominous. It's another one of these things. I'm gonna go back and take more looks around that office area before I start moving on to something like that. This seems like it probably goes to that same area we just came from. So many more doors to see here. Now, I was told to basically try every elevator, because you never know which ones are going to work and which ones aren't. This goes nowhere. Nope. Okay, that just reinforces the idea to me that you can't get killed by the door. I think I got killed by something that was inside that room. There's a metro. This is giving me real Resident Evil vibes. Hang on, what happens if I climb down under the track? Ugh. There's even muck down here. And something about that sound that actually made me feel like, I just stepped in something. I'm gonna have to clean my shoes later. I have honestly, like, I've stepped in gunk so nasty in a basement that I've actually thrown out shoes. I've been, like, looking at the task ahead of me, cleaning them, and decided, you know what, screw it. I'll just get new shoes. Like, you look at that subway, and you realize it comes to this facility deep underground. Presumably it's for employee transportation, but maybe it's also some kind of, like, emergency escape? Or maybe this is the place that the emergency escape train comes to? It really makes you wonder, like, where does it come from and where does it go? And I'm not even going to give you the satisfaction of making the joke you all want me to make right now. What is this? Ow! Okay, never mind. You can get killed by the doors. I really do have to make it a point to not get caught up on these doors, because it does take quite a long time to get back here. Come on. There we go. Now, what is this? I really don't like how, in Gary's mod, like, it has this idea of where the player model is, so if I try to push my head forward, it pushes me back, so I can't look over the edge. But I can't see a top or bottom to either of these. That is an SCP logo, which makes me quite nervous. It makes me think that maybe this map creator might have some tricks up their sleeve after all. It's just everywhere I go, there's multiple doors for me to check out. However, this door is not one that we're going to want to be exploring. Yeah, I can't see the bottom, which is not good news for anybody wanting to check it out. Can't see the top either. This must be really, really deep down. This is another one of those airlocks for vehicles to come through. I was gonna say, does that mean I'm near the surface? But let's be real, we both know that doesn't mean that. Do these buttons work? Oh, they actually do. They actually do. Okay. Oh, it's just more places for me to go. Oh, this is just so... I'm being pulled in so many different ways. It's another train. It's another train, and it looks like there's another stop over there. There's so much to this map. I'm really at a loss for where to go, because normally when there's a crossroads, I'll remember to put a pin in it so that I can come back and explore later. But here, that's just not an option. There's no way I can see everything. I don't think I'm going to get to everything, because this map is gigantic. More elevator shafts of doom, and I'm willing to bet that up here will probably take me to that other train platform, right? Yeah, here we go. Now, I am wondering just how far down the tracks it's possible to walk, but I feel like that's getting ahead of myself. Normally, I tend to take it more slowly, but I find that I'm running a lot here because I just have so much that I have to get through. Okay, this leads back to the other platform. I hadn't noticed this hallway before. This map truly is gigantic. I really... It's very, very impressive on the part of the map creator. Now that's scary. It almost makes it seem like some kind of caged monster just patiently sizing me up, waiting for an opportunity to get out. This looks like it's some kind of vehicle lift. And there's some people lifts to my left and right, but who knows if they'll actually work or not. Let's try it. Oh, this one does work. Now, is this going to take me up or back down? And that does not answer my question, sadly. Ah, but there is the top of the vehicle lift. Alright, let's see where this took me. And there's an English stop sign. See, there's so many different paths that I can take, but a lot of thought has been put into the utility of this map. What was any given thing used for? And for that reason, a lot of it is very cookie cutter and samey. And every possible need is thought of. There's not a whole lot of useless space. I've been here before. You can definitely tell what everything is supposed to be. But a place like this would have a lot of needs that it needs to fill, so that means that it's just gigantic. I'm taking the elevator back down. I don't know how I can possibly get through all of this. Even if I do see everything, I won't know that I've seen everything. And if I think I've seen everything, I won't know that I haven't. I'm realizing that if I cut pretty much anything in the course of showing you this map, you're going to have no idea what the natural progression is between one area and another. The question is, does it matter? And would you be able to tell even if I did show everything? I see we're back in the office area. And I believe I may have come upon this staircase before. Sadly, I'm not able to get over to that generator because there's a shelf blocking it. Not that I'd really much want to anyway, but I should actually probably be relieved when I come upon dead ends like this. Coming through here, you know, I was very disturbed by it the first time I saw it, but this officey area is actually kind of comfortable now. Mainly because it's the best lit area by a mile. But coming upon it at least tells me that, you know, this is somewhere that I've been before. I'm not just going deeper every time I turn a corner. And of course, maybe deeper is exactly what I want, but that's kind of hard to tell. Really, I do find it very difficult to commentate on maps when I have no sense of progression. Oh, there's a working camera here. Hang on. Let's get this out of the way. There's a button here. Come on. Come on. Oh, I see. I can change the camera on the monitor. Yeah, I find it really, really difficult to commentate on a map when there's a lack of linear progression. It's hard to find things to talk about when I don't know where I came from or what's coming next. Now, I think this is probably an area that I've already been to. Yeah, I think if I'm correct, over here, if I continue this way, should take me to that silo, yes. So the next thing is I have to see if I can't open this door, which I don't think I can. No. Okay, then, without any other real leads, I'm gonna head back to that vehicle tunnel and start heading down the ramps instead of up. I mean, look at this. It looks like a hospital's waiting room or something. Just looking around this area, you'd never know that you're so far underground. Imagine waking up here. Imagine waking up in this space and wandering around, having no idea where you are, and wondering why no matter how far you go and no matter how high you climb, you can never seem to find any windows, not knowing if it's night or day. Back into the scary world. Now, I remember this area from before. And I don't like the sounds of concrete crumbling, which can often sound suspiciously like footsteps shuffling in the rubble. Well, there's nothing to do but go back to where we were before and keep heading down farther than that. Now, I think this is where we came down the elevator, because I remember opening the doors and seeing these bulldozers. Which means this... Oh, that is so dark. That is so dark. This is where we neglected to come before. And once again, there's decaying machines just barely appearing at the edge of my light. It's just still going down and down. Even knowing how far up I came from, it still goes down. How deep does this place go? And those ambient soundscapes sure are helping to keep me on edge. Now, thankfully, I would imagine that this is the end of the road, right? I mean, it has to be. And here's another train. Another train, somehow so much deeper than that other one that was already so deep to begin with. This must be like the main cargo entrance. Okay. Looks like we've mercifully been stopped from having to go all the way down the tracks by this fence. But first let me turn around and see what's over here. Now this sign says Krot 1. Now, what does the word Krot translate to? Here's another one of those ominous hallways of chairs, and as I enter, I can't help but notice all sound is cut out. And it's like this whole time I've been being led into a trap, and now that trap is complete, there's nothing more I can do, and it can drop the facade. Okay, so that's not something I expected from this map at this point. Was my previous commentary entirely correct? I feel like I've come too deep. This really, really reminds me of the Stalker games. Now this room... Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that I can be observed from anywhere up above. Oh, but look at this. This is such... This architecture and this artwork is also uniquely Soviet. I don't like this at all. I don't know what to expect. I have no idea what to expect now. More blood on the ground. Is this what made that sound before? That metal crashing sound? It's just, this stuff is sounding really, really close right now. Okay, I came in to this map ready for ambient explore mode. I did not come in ready for horror map mode. There's just something about being able to see an open door in the distance that really unnerves me. Okay. Where do I go from here? That's very, very loud. That's very loud, and I could have sworn I just saw something move down there, but I assume that's probably me. It's been me before. Okay, it's throwing these sounds at me fairly frequently, which I don't know if that should unnerve me more or less. What is this? This almost feels like a medical setting. It's like the distorted sounds of cows at a slaughterhouse or something. Does this elevator work? Doesn't seem so. What else is here? Okay, that over there is an elevator that's probably going to work, I assume. So that's my panic button. That's my escape. If it comes to that. Couldn't help but notice that there were some vague vocals in that. I feel like it's hitting me with sounds a little bit too frequently, but that's just my taste. Although it is definitely making me feel quite unsafe. Oh, all this glass that I can see through, but the light reflects off of each subsequent one, so I can see just a little bit less. I can see just a little bit less beyond each window. It's strange. It puts me in a situation where I have awareness of everything, but it's such incomplete awareness that it doesn't bring me any comfort. If anything, it does the opposite. Yes, this is really inspiring me to want to play some Stalker right now. I have played Shadow of Chernobyl a little bit, and a graphics modded Call of Pripyat up until actually reaching Pripyat, but I haven't done a lot of side questing and stuff. So I still consider myself kind of a newbie to the franchise. What are these tanks for? It's really disturbing to me that, yeah, you have your secret underground bunker, but this layer almost acts as another, even more secret, even more underground bunker. And these are cells. These are cells, suggesting that whatever experiments were going on here were not voluntary. This is a very deeply atmospheric map. Okay, now I think before... I really don't like it when it sounds like there's voices right in my ear. I think I went through that door before, on the right. Which means I need to come this way, which does not look good for me, but anything to move away from these noises that it's playing right in my ear. Now we're going even deeper into even more secret, even more underground bunk. It's another silo. This feels like such an intrusion. With all these noise, this place feels so incredibly inhabited. And look how much more it goes down. This place truly has no end. Things started out almost comfortable on the surface. But as we've gone deeper and deeper, it's like reality is fractured more and more. Okay, that's just the surface I'm walking on. That almost felt like this was the moment it decided that something was going to come waltzing up behind me. And even more vehicles, which suggests that even down here, there are large ramps beyond those blast doors. This truly is a scary map. Like I said before, it started out almost like a comfy explorer. But as we've gone on, it's shifted. I don't like those noises. I have such a deep, visceral hatred of that sound in particular. It's like it's shifted more and more into horror the deeper and deeper we've gone. More bars. I suppose this would have been some kind of armory that's since been cleared out. And as we see here, there is yet more to this place. And we have not ceased to find blood. And I can't help but notice that since I've gotten in here, the progression has been much more linear. Almost like it's leading me to something. I'm just gonna start ignoring it. Like a wasp, you just have to stand still. Oh, more of this. Oh, joy. Now, is it more of this? Is it more of this, or is it the same and I've just entered from a different side? There's just no end. Okay, probably my mind playing tricks on me, but I could have sworn I saw a decayed, grinning face grinning at me through one of these squares. Can I watch some TV? No. Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. Oh, it is so dark. And we descend yet another circle. Remember how pristine those offices upstairs looked? And then we came down to this medical area, and things got a bit grimier, and now we've achieved maximum grime. Or at least I would certainly hope that this is maximum grime. A staircase. Where could this lead? It's strange. I've gotten used to those noises to the point where I'm not really expecting something to jump out at me or come attack me anymore. But they're just so unpleasant and so in my ear. And they drill in such a way where even though I know they're not going to hurt me, I feel just such a deep dread for their presence. All right. See, the thing about playing these maps in VR, especially when you don't know exactly how to turn back, I couldn't find my way back right now if I tried. After a while, especially when there's all these sounds and such, and it's so dark, it starts to wear on you. The tension and pressure starts to build, and you so much feel like you're there that it almost feels like this becomes your world. After a while, you have no idea how long you've been playing. In my case, I don't know how long I've been recording. And it's... Okay, that one actually did jump scare me. It just wears on you to such a degree that it starts to be genuinely uncomfortable just to be here. I talked about this a little bit in my RP Asheville playthrough, but there's just such a stress that builds and builds until you almost feel like you have to take the headset off, but I'm not done yet. I'm sweating buckets. Almost makes me feel like, how creepy would it be for me to find out that I've been doing this for years, narrating to an audience of no one. Just an emaciated figure wandering the halls of this abandoned bunker, talking to himself. Now, I do recognize that bloodstain. I think we've come full circle. Yes, this is this area. There's nothing over here. Now, is there anything else we need to see in here? I don't think so. I just got jump scared by that tank. I seriously thought for a second that there was some figure standing there. I'm coming back into the medical area, trying to find that elevator that I was going to use as my lifeline. I really don't like this area at all. I really don't like this area at all. I think it must be just around this corner here. Yes, there it is, there it is, there it is. Let's go. Please work. Please work. Yes. Okay. Hopefully this brings me back up to the surface, or at least somewhere familiar. Are we not done yet? because I don't recognize this area. Oh, we're back up here. Alright, well, that's progress at least. Actually, I kind of feel like I should... Maybe it's just the lack of anti-aliasing, but I could have sworn I just saw something go around a corner over there. Okay. Now, it may seem crazy, but I feel like I have to go back down and explore that other tunnel that was in the area with the trains. Really don't want to be back here, considering this is the entrance to the haunted part of the map, the inhabited part of the map, where the whole time I could feel things moving around me unseen. But there was another corridor down this way. And I kind of feel an obligation to check it out. Historically, those bloodstains have always heralded that bad things were about to happen to me. Thankfully, I can't seem to open this door. What is this? Have I come down here before? I don't remember. Okay, so I have been up this way before, because going up there took me back to this place with the bulldozers, which means we can take this elevator. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get out of here for good this time. Yes, okay. Okay, yeah, it's the creepy vine tubes from earlier. If I can navigate through here, I'm home free. It's a good thing I didn't feel the need to go all the way back to the offices and take that same elevator up, because... Now this I don't remember. I was gonna say that actually brought me further up than I was before, but... I don't remember this area. This is that generator, so I must be close. I must be close to getting out of here. I just have to keep going up. I can hear rain. I can hear the rain on the other side of the door. Yes, this is the briefing room. Which means there's a door right over here. Yes, come on, come on, come on. I never thought I'd be so happy to see this place. Let's head back for the gate. I mentioned before that in VR and with proper sound, you actually feel the chill from the rain. I've never been so happy for that. Usually it's an uncomfortable feeling, but now, after I've been down in the dark, sweating like I can't even come up with a simile right now, it actually feels really, really good. I almost wish I could open my mouth and drink some. But this is Russia, and it's probably polluted with all kinds of heavy metals. And we bookend this right back where we started, at the gate. If you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. And as always, I will see you in the next one. No, I can't leave it like that. I have to comment on that. This was such a great experience. It was huge. I'm sure I didn't see everything, but knowing that I can't see everything kind of added to the experience in a way. It really made me feel like a rat in an endless maze that is beyond my comprehension. Speaking of beyond my comprehension, it really makes you wonder what happened here and what was done here. What caused it to be abandoned but apparently still maintained enough to keep the power on? And as we got deeper and deeper, things just fell apart more and more. You know, things were pretty grimy near the surface, but then we got down to that deep level where the offices were, and everything was so clean and pristine. It was empty, yes, it was eerie, but you know, it was something. It felt like a government facility. But then as we got even deeper than that, we saw that there was so much more to what was going on here. And really, I started to feel like in that one area, I wasn't alone and I wasn't welcome. I told you before, I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I don't know how long I've been recording for. It's such a sense of lost time. You feel like you've been there forever, so that by the time you've reached one part of the map, you're already nostalgic for previous parts. You almost think, wow, I wish I was back in that area. Remember what a long time ago that is? It totally makes you lose your perception of time, and you feel so relieved when you come back up and see something you're familiar with, especially the surface, especially the light of day, and the rainwater falling on your face. It's such a uniquely atmospheric, but scary, and comfortable, but terrifying map. Oh, it really just checks all the right boxes for me. I loved this map. If there's anything I didn't see that you want me to come back and check out, I'll happily do that as well, but anyway, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.